Okay. Hello. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? Is my game audio's audible? Hello? Hello, hello? Can you hear me? Hmm, that's odd. I can't seem to find the option that when you alt tab, the sound keeps playing, but this game, it kinda, the option is not there. So every time I alt tab or I use my second monitor, it doesn't even register the sound. Hmm, hello? Can you guys hear me? Mm, okay. I had this very unfortunate encounter of reading a Reddit comic. It's about this game, Starfield, and they are arguing about whether to run this game on a hard disk or SSD, which is not even an valid argument because in the Steam page itself it says an SSD is required, not particularly which one, because there is two kind of SSD, one of them is a NVMe and another one is SATA. So does this game run? That being aside, what happens if you run this game on a hard disk? You know, the rusty spinning disk that most people has, and we are gonna find out in right about now. Continue from last save the game. Okay. Because people say this game should run fine on a hard disk, but from my experience, it really doesn't. I would say at least you need an SSD, but why risk it if you can get an NVMe that can have like 3500 read speed, you know? So I did not that the audio just cuts off right away. This is like a I assume it's the slowest hardware you can get, like 5400 RPM, and it's already cutting off its audio while loading into the game. And it already loaded its shader while I launched the game. So it loaded there and then trying to load here. And anytime now, anytime now. Alright. Quite sure I'm not bald. I am still bald. Am I gonna get my hair back or am I gonna play this game like this forever? Let's see. I would say the look wise the game is very detailed. You can see how many components on the shelf and it looks like it's a kitchen's. Is that a sink? Yes, that's a sink and this is I think it's a stove. Let's try to get out. Oh! Okay, my hair came back in the next loading screen. Okay. Where it wants me to go.
Bosco. What? No Barrett? Let me guess. Protocol Indigo again?
Your memory is uncanny.
I can assure you, this unprovoked attack on the United Colonies Research Facility will not go unanswered.
Okay.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard.
I'm not
Contact
sure
him if
what's
you're
the need
interested.
for
We'd all
this amount
appreciate
of
it.
lag in
You
a
will be
hard disk,
scanned as you enter the
because
city. Please keep
we see many games that has this exact same amount of fidelity, but it
clear.
doesn't.
Enjoy your visit.
It, I would say in terms of detail, Cyberpunk is more detailed, right? That didn't do this kind of stuff at all. Kinda ran just fine, and this one is. I'm very confused between. It's doing its texture streaming, right? Is it something to do with the direct storage, or is it completely different from the other one? I'm not sure about that. Either way, it's doing something that makes the game lag really hard. Especially, this game is more action oriented, right? So when you are shooting, if it gets stuck like that, do you think you're gonna have a fun time? I'm not sure it's the game's fault because this game is next gen game. At least you can cope saying that. So it needs next gen hardware. I mean, the consoles have faster hardware, true, but it seems like instead of graphics itself, the next gen, this game at least, requires the next gen storage instead of the next gen hardware itself. It runs fine on a 20, mine is like a 2070 Super and a 5600. So it's playable. It's not gonna give 60 FPS or anything like that, but just because I don't have that faster storage, this game plays like this. I assume. So, if you really want to enjoy this game, just fork over the extra bucks to. I mean, this game is not that big, so you can get like a 256 gigabyte SSD if you really want to cheap out and really want to play this game. And you don't have to deal with this. I don't think so. People assume, and you can convince yourself that the better patches would help this game way better and more smoother on a hard disk, but I don't really hold my breath on it because this is the norm. Whether you like, is this a lift? Okay. So either you go with the flow or you just die trying. I think. I mean, I seen many other games that do this is texture streaming, but their textures are not that good. That people are nowadays, the games are nowadays are like 200 gigabytes and with 4K textures. I don't know how many people have 4K monitors in their homes and have the GPU to run that 4K. This game is not gonna run on 4K 60 FPS even on a 4090 from what I seen. So it doesn't matter 4K. At least they should have given us an option to just download the 1080p textures or even 720p textures. And I don't even want to talk about the DLSS issue because that's a whole can of worms you have to open up. I'm not sure. So this is the experience. you can get while playing this game on a hard disk. I just came out of the ship, went into a loading screen, got myself a haircut which is bald, and went into a lift, got into another loading screen, and halfway through it, my audio just cuts off completely. Am I in the right space or am I in the wrong space? I think I'm in the wrong space. At least now it's playable. When I was in combat, it was even worse. Every 5 seconds, it's just freezes and it just stays frozen. And then after a little bit, it just loads itself up. Especially it happened in the combat. Oh, seems like my stream chat shows up. That's nice. So yeah, just get an SSD. Don't don't make you go through this. I'm getting one. You should too. Not just any SSD. Just get the NVMe that is not SATA. That has, I think it has a DRAM cache. I think, which is way faster. Just, I mean, in layman terms, just take the one that has 3,500 read speed. I think that will redeem this game. Okay. I'm doing this because last time I did this, the game just froze. Where exactly this thing wants me to go? What button is wrong? That's my melee.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
I think I have no complaints on the visuals of this game. This place looks nice. Very nice actually.
Private sector. Now that's where the real money's at.
I would rather sit in a 5 minute loading screen
Here we
waiting for
are,
the game to
the
load
lodge.
everything else
The front door should
than
unlock
doing this
if you hold up the watch
texture
that
streaming
Barrett gave
shenanigan
you.
that
I have
just stutters every
messaged the
5
other
seconds.
members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
I mean, if you really think about it, GTA 5 does it very well. It loads for like usually for 15 minutes a long time ago, but nowadays they fixed it, I think. But you can go from one point to another point without any stutters or any issues whatsoever. And there is this game that, I mean, even I guess Cyberpunk is you can argue that it's a cross-platform game, but I'm not sure. And I wonder, would you buy an Xbox to play this game? Oh, I I believe Xbox Series S, the low end one, has a past the storage, even though it's gonna fill up like half of them.
We appear to have a visitor.
It will be still playable rather than this. I'm moving my controller. Nothing is happening.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
And her mouth is not moving. And I think I'm stuck.
Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
I'm gonna show in this exact game with an SSD, and you can see the difference. Where is it? Yes, Barrett asked me to do it.
I see.
Oh, now
Bosco,
her voice
verify.
is-
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical.
What
Barrett hands over our
What-
ship
what
and our
happened to
robot
them?
to some random
He
employee
just had a
of that
stroke
discount
before he moved
mining
his mouth.
outfit he uses.
Walter,
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker.
I really
would be
hope they
halfway
didn't
to
do motion
Neon.
captures on
But
this.
that didn't happen.
Because-
She's here with
God,
the
the
artifact.
NPCs look.
thank you.
I always notice that every
Now,
game,
Let's focus on what's in front of us, shall
the
we?
static in
What happened when it was
objects looks way
extracted?
better,
Did anyone see
but
anything?
the NPCs
Hear
looks
anything?
weird, like really creepy. I mean, she looks kind of okay, but still, look, that eyes looks a little bit off. It is bright and lights and music.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. Honestly, don't expect us to believe in fairy tales.
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have,
Exactly the purpose
The
of this
artifact.
equipment.
If you could place it on the table here.
That's a table?
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves.
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Patrick?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours? You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your...
mean, if you really,
So,
really want to try this game, you
Constellation living up to your
could do, but
expectations?
Yes,
if
ma'am,
you
of
don't
course.
want to,
I
I mean,
honestly
there are
can't
so many
imagine being
things in
anywhere
this
else.
game that will
Just
break
making
your
sure.
immersion.
Bright young girl like you.
If you just
There are
remove
no
the
shortage of opportunities.
lag out of the
It's not always easy, but I just remind myself that
equation,
if
you
you
can
work
get
for
an
you,
SSD or you could play with this hard disk. But, this one runs at, I think it feels like it's running at 60. Is it way smoother? But if you're in America or some first world countries, why are you even debating? It's a faster storage, it's the superior equipment you can have. Just buy it. Why are you even debating? It's like 40 bucks, 50 bucks. I'm talking about like a 1 terabyte version of it. If you just want to play this game, only this game, you can get away with like 20, 25 bucks with like 256 gigabyte of an SSD, you know. I would say if you are a casual, this game is more
Something you
fun.
need?
I don't think you should explore or just let them curate you through the game. I haven't played it yet. You can see this thing is
So,
for
are
my
you ready
taste
to
is
get to work? Or
unplayable.
was there something else?
But once I got my stuff, I can play it and have my opinion after that. I'm ready.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually. But a tip from the UC
Oh,
Vanguard
about
sounds
that Reddit
promising.
camera. Some smart people think this is acceptable, but I'm not sure. It's not. I think if we haven't seen combat yet, but I think you might change your mind when you see the combat. I don't agree.
Felt the same way when I started too. There's an electricity in the
But
air when you know
if
you're
you
about to uncover
don't
something.
know about things and
But it's not
don't
just that.
experience it, how
I
it
want to take
feels
this
to
opportunity to see how you handle yourself,
to
and for you to
play
learn
it.
more about
Why
us.
are you even giving
I'm going to be
suggestions to
sticking
other
with you for
people?
this. We'll be traveling together until we either
Just
find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
I don't understand this concept that why people always downgrade their PC. Like from if you want 8 cores, the people just say 6 cores is enough. Isn't more the better? It's just a simple logic. Do you want 2 candies or do you want 4 candies? You know, it's not. I mean, more candies kill you in that scenario, but in cores, more cores don't kill you. It just like lets you smooth out things way better. You know. Got it. Even get that.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood? Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
Huh? Are you kidding me? The second I press my button, it starts load. The character that I am playing, it's standing right there, just right there. Why is have a loading? That character loads again. It's the same character that I am playing. Who coded this? Jesus Christ. I mean, that reminds me of Diablo 4 when you load into the world, it just loads everyone's stash tab. Like, why? Yeah, I'm not gonna walk. So I don't have a run button. What happened to my eyes? Okay.
Hey, stick to targets that shoot back, okay?
Protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor,
That guy just
loyalty,
floated through the
self-reliance in all your actions as members of the United Colonies Navy.
floated through the stairs. Can I host my weapon? What button is that?
Sarah. Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies,
Can
earn
they
some
fix
credits,
this game?
even get your UC citizenship?
Mm. Okay, let's say they do fix this game. What about the other game? What if the another game you wanna play does exactly the same stuff? Yeah. And I I believe most of the time the console sets the standard, like the minimum standard that you need to play the games. So the storage that thing has, especially the PlayStation, has like 7,000 megabytes
Take your
read speed,
time.
which is like twice as fast as the NVMe that is 3,500 that I am getting. So it makes me really wonder how bad it's gonna get. Because if this game does this, imagine what's the Matrix Revolution game, if that game is ever gonna come out, gonna do to your PC. That game did that. I tried running that demo on my PC. It doesn't even run. Just watching like a slideshow. Maybe later we can discuss.
All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two.
And how much?
Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me. Sol system has a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols. Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own. Even the prodigal children.
Oh, brother.
I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have.
Let
Been a
me
long
out.
time since I've been to Mars.
Let me out.
Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic. Bye.
Jesus. Do we have to... Where do we supposed to go? Can I just go down? Ah. Okay, how do I get there? Oh. Can I just use the train station? Did it work? Yes, it does. I need brighter clothes. I look like... Oops. I just left her standing there. Is she gonna follow me or is she gonna mad about it?
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic.
It's so like, what if the ship jumps without me? Yeah, you know how it
By Vectera, by Vectera, by Vectera! I can't believe it! Is it you? Is it really, really you? Captain of the frontier, bane of the fleet, constellation's shining star of stars.
Can I customize this guy? Why is the guy? Why is the same guy? I see many people only get this guy. At least they could have made the NPCs random. I guess that's too hard to do. Does NPC even have their unique voices? I want to test it out.
Then the day is truly blessed. Because for a moment, I wasn't sure if you were real or just another hallucination. But now that I know it's you, what are the odds? And to
Isn't it
think,
hallucination?
I almost went for coffee instead. But I changed my routine for one day, and here you are. It's almost like it was meant to be.
He's like a creeper in Dark Souls.
Fantastic! I think that makes us roommates. By rule, We pretty much have to be best friends. Either way, it's such an honor to meet you. Hey, do you mind if I follow you around? Do you need a sidekick? What am I saying? You're a hero, of course you do. Lead the way. You won't be disappointed.
Sidonia is an industrial town. The people there tend to be concise. Time to go?
Oh, I have to go all the way there. Okay. Can I teleport from just standing here? I want to test it. Yes, I can. Yeah, this is how you should play this game. Not run to the ship, not taking it off the land. This is stupid. you just you just click a button and then go to the next quest. Or stuck in a loading screen. Either one.
This is United Colony space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
We're going to Mars?
Good to go for landing.
What's next on the agenda? Saving the world?
Okay, it does automatically put my suit on. I don't want to die. Okay, without it. That's actually smart. It's kind of realistic to our real world because if you go to Mars and run around there, you don't actually see anything. It's just a barren wasteland. Like, at least this one has like two buildings. Very realistic game. I think I might have to buy my run button. If this is I have to do all the time, it's gonna be annoying. I want to take off my suit and commit suicide. Can I do it? I'm gonna save the game and try it. Probably not. Because if it makes me go back all the way to the ship, that would be stupid. There's no jump in this game? Oh, there it is. Okay.
I imagine this is how Earth's very first astronauts felt when they stepped out onto their moon.
Is this a game intended to make me run this far, or am I missing a hover bike or something? Sure.
Heat leeches in the engines, leeches on the hull, multiple leeches in the grav drive.
Suppose that would explain the brownouts. So, what's this going to run?
There are no other surprises?
Building Sidonia completely
Yeah,
underground
never
was a
follow
clever
the
way of keeping the city
marker
shielded
one to
from the
one.
harsh Martian
Oh!
landscape.
Oh, I thought he's dead.
Find me when it's done.
We're on it.
Stay away from the Sixth Circle unless you're a minor. Or at least, don't come crying to me if anything happens to you.
What do you mean there's no work?
Yeah, do you have any idea how far we've traveled? How much money we spent to hitch a ride to this dusty red road?
This life ain't easy, but it pays the bills. Hey.
We get a lot of new faces passing through here. Not everyone needs to come to me with their problems. I ain't a psychiatrist. What's your poison? So long.
It is so retarded.
He ain't been around. Went off on
So the
patrol.
question marker shows this guy, but it doesn't highlight the option that I
Starting to
have to
think it
choose
might be
to
time to
progress the
pour one
story.
out to the blackest sea.
So I accidentally bought something from him without even knowing. You could track him down. I gotta see the quest. Just know what I'm doing here. Ask about Mora. Okay.
Plenty. But if I went blabbing them to any rando that walks into my bar, no one would ever tell me anything around here. You don't do this job for 45 years by losing your customers' trust. See? That's what I'm talking about. You give respect, you get respect. I'm glad you understand. Everything. I make it a point not to sell crap. We got beer, wine, and spirits. We don't do too many fancy mixed drinks, at least not the kind you get in Neon or New Atlantis. It's my belief that the only booze worth drinking doesn't need to be mixed with something else to taste good. Yeah, what'll it be? Don't be a stranger.
Most visitors can't wait to get off this rock.
I'm looking for work. You hiring? I'm a propulsion specialist, so I can help you squeeze a bit more juice out of your ship's engines. More than average crew person salary.
Is that supposed to happen? Something just blew up there.
We have the tech to instantly jump across the universe. You'd think someone would have invented a way to keep rocks out of
Oh yeah,
boots.
I wanted to talk to random people.
Pardon? Can't talk right now, sorry.
무슨 일이지? How are you? Hello there. I'm busy at the moment. Nothing like living. Sorry, can't talk.
I'm not sure I can say this, but His accent doesn't really fit his looks.
I've warmed up to Mars since I came here.
Actually,
Oh, you're going to regret this.
okay, I killed a Romba, I think. Maybe had something.
Yes?
Oh!
UC security, you're under arrest.
Okay!
I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. Smart decision. Stand by to be transferred.
Okay, what exactly happened to me? I just got arrested for killing a Romba. Man, what a way to go. Hmm.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk. Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back.
Is it going to give me a new kind of quest content?
Commander wants to have a little chat.
That's actually cool.
The prisoner's ready, sir.
They actually have a lore for space cooldown. That's nice. Let's see what that bonding says.
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss. I'm your ticket out of the mess you've gotten yourself into. That's all you need to know for now.
What mess? This is like a terrorist level treatment.
Highly perceptive. Let me add that to your list of skills. Speaking of which, let's see what we're working with here. It appears you have a bit of a background in big game hunting. Perfect. We'll be certain to put those skills to good use. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs.
Yeah, can't explain. Can't explain what's my criminal record. I want to know what I did.
Good. You'll find that I'm a stickler for details, and I'd hate to discover that your file is incomplete. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do? United Colonies System Defense. Does that help you figure out exactly what it is we do? UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture.
Oh yeah, I think I fought Crimson Fleet.
I don't remember asking how you felt about anything. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. We barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to
What that all of the four choices sound like I'm a dick to him. That doesn't sound nice at all. You want me to risk my neck is gonna go undercover for you. This sounds personal. Maybe you should give up. Look at this. Maybe you should give up. Why can't that? This sounds like such a. I don't know.
Not for
There
me,
is no.
for yourself.
Like a.
Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDev.
Nice way to
Together,
say to this
we
guy.
take down the Crimson Fleet.
At all. It's like an illusion of choices. Doesn't everything just means the same thing.
Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine.
By the looks of it. This is all I remember what you
Of
said.
course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say?
And by far what I looked, the first option kinda lets you go progress through the story no matter what you get. Look at that. The first option works.
Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
All right, let's go. So, you took the op instead of serving the time. Gotta be the commander's new role, huh? Going in all alone, infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts.
Okay,
Still,
hello.
it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly
Yeah,
letting
this
the
game
air out
runs
of their suit.
so good on 60 FPS. I wanna make this game run on 60 FPS on my PC.
Imagine a worse way to go.
Gotta get that mod for DLSS.
But I wouldn't worry about it. As soon as the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right? Yes? What? All right. This is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you. Pardon?
Why is he standing like that?
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDef's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to
Like I said, the
Lieutenant
first
Toft.
option works.
She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. That's easy to answer. We'll be monitoring your activities. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, beyond that, you have your orders.
Yes, what?
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen,
I
you
like the way
understand
how
why
the
I'm
game
pushing
just
you so hard.
interconnected. You fought them at the first stage of the fight, but after that you think you're never gonna encounter them again, and then I just randomly got myself arrested and they're giving me a mission to get back at them. You know, it's more like a very interconnected story as far as this goes.
That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Howdy.
Sidonia is an industrial town. The people there tend to be concise. Until later.
Yeah. She doesn't even react to anything else.
Yes?
She's still stuck up about Sidonia.
Okay, hello.
I get arrested. 6 of them think about that.
When you're ready to launch.
You're looking splendid today, Captain.
Undocking complete, Captain.
Always nice to kick back at the Broken Spear after a long day.
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy. Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me? Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
The Trade Authority turning away contraband. Now I've seen everything.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit. You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Well, well. It appears she suddenly remembers everything. How nice.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet.
Goes
Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
I wonder where this will all lead.
Did I pick the game journalist option? I might
Just
have.
because the governor's office is regularly.
Work in the deep mines. That's where you make the big bucks.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
I think I am done for today. I will stream again when I can actually play this game without lagging.
Right down to business.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous.
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable looking guy in the entire place.
Okay, I'm gonna save and quit.